response from the vehicle just went eastbound on 407. Pulling out. Negative. Just got white passenger car.
Hello, everyone. Wanted to jump on here real quick. I posted about almost 30 minutes ago about a possible drowning at Westlake Park, Lake Lewisville, in the Lake Dallas area. And it was dispatched as a near drowning. But as more information came in, it was a male about 30 to 40 yards from shore, was not wearing a life vest and went under and hasn't resurfaced. And so Lewisville sent their boat that's normally out on the water on the weekends. And a boater, dropped a life vest in the water where they suspected that he went under at. And so at least they have a area that they're searching, and they're running a grid right now, again, with the boat from Lewisville. Not sure if the dive team has made it on site yet. They've dispatched them. And then they've also asked for a game warden since it's on Corps of Engineers property. They have the jurisdiction. And they're working this off of TAC Fire Channel 4.
Is going to be Nora Young Sam E782, Nora Young Sam E782.
And there's not a lot of radio traffic coming in from the Lake Dallas, Lake City's fire department.
It comes back on a canceled plate on an 08 Pontiac 4-door black in color, kind of Fort Worth, possibly wrong plate.
Medic 641 Rescue 641 Fall 1700 North Washington Street. Medic 641 Rescue 641 Fall Cedar Ridge Rehabilitation 1700 North Washington Street, room 308. Respond unit 2 monitored and clear 1907.
Robert Island, Charles, Henry, Adam, Robert, David, Sam, first name Avery, Adam, Victor, Edward, Robert, John, female, 89275.
Appreciate all the comments, praying for the families.
Just advising of a welfare concerning welfare and holding Alpha Texoma history of disturbances between husband and wife and resident.
If I set this up here, gives you a little bit of a look of what's going on.
George Paul 9416 comes back to a 2018 Ford SUV gray in color to a Mary Butler out of Current clear with confirmed insurance, major license plate, Nora William Frank 9429, Cosmic 2018 Kia SUV, black in color to a Kelly Weiss out of Sanger, also clear with insurance confirmed. Clear, eligible deal. $49.75. You show me clear with citation.
And again, I'm just staying locked on the Denton County Fire Channel TAC 4. That's what they're working this drowning at Westlake Park on Lake Lewisville. He's not required a full call ortho for a call. In one of the last transmissions on the radio, Lake City's fire unit asked the Lewisville police boat when they come by to help clear out Party Cove. So I think we all know where Party Cove is there on Lake Lewisville, and on the weekends it's a real crowded area. So I'm not sure if the currents where this person was last seen could have taken them to the Party Cove area. But like I said, there's very little radio traffic, as you can hear.
Two 212 North Oak Street, Allen out, 1912. Sorry, 449.
East Silverado, Lakefront, Texas, Boy Edward 4, 8293. Boy Edward 4, 8293.
486.
The Diego, Ocean, Robert, Brown, Edward, Adam, George, Adam, first name Pedro, common spelling, date of birth 2/18 of 91, Hispanic male.
22.
Agent 591 from West Lake, man. And second will be Torres, Tom, Ocean. Go ahead, man. First name Pedro. Everybody's ready. We'll take us on the road with the little baby boy.
his radio broke up, so I couldn't make out what that unit was talking to the command post.
Lincoln William Young, 0343. Lincoln William Young, 0343. Copy 2 by name and date of birth, please.
Go ahead with first.
No names will be given over the radio. What you're hearing is people running tags. Now, yes, you'll get names there, but for this drowning, there won't be any names given over the radio.
Last name Lawrence, Lincoln, Adam, William, Robert, Edward, Nora, Charles, Edward, first name Patty, Adam, David, Ida, Edward, black female, 9/7/1977.
But it is.
Yeah, voice like man.
Okay, here we go. Maybe getting some news.
Vote is not in progress.
Yes, one.
They won't give an age of the victim at this point. All that we know is that it was a male not wearing a life vest, 30 to 40 yards off of the shore. Lake Cities was dispatched to Westlake Park area. And this was dispatched at, I believe, 6:29. So yeah, we're 50 minutes, close to 50 minutes, and someone just texted me many drownings at Lewisville Lake this year. I can only think of 3. There was one either before or right after Memorial Day, and then there was the one over at Pilot Knoll Park. The 2 sisters who was on a pontoon boat, party boat, and they fell in, and neither was wearing a life vest and didn't know how to swim. So it was and it was one of their birthdays. So not that makes a difference. I mean, it's still a tragedy, but yeah, it is horrible because of, a family's life just changes in a split second.
Injured person, 2500 Havel Drive, number 228, between Meadow Ridge Drive and Headley Street. Time out, 1917.
And that's the city of Denton dispatching units to an injured person.
King Sam Frank 5260. King Sam Frank 5260.
And it had been a relatively quiet day across Denton County.
400 coming to the 500 now.
A couple of structure fires. I believe one they thought was caused by lightning, the storms that rolled in earlier. There's one in Highland Village, and then there's one in Lewisville.
First, you visit the owner out there? And I'm going to try to make contact. Good for if you do, if I could just get their contact.
Thank you, Leah, and have a great evening. Stay safe.
You can remind at Lake Point and corporate.
Yeah, David, you're right. Again, dang. Wife and I was just talking before I came on.
1918.
I've heard stories for 30 years that Lake Lewisville is dangerous because, they flooded the land. They didn't clear it out.
Emergency, 39011 Casino Road, number 300, engine 3, and medic 3, medical emergency, 3911 Casino Road, number 300, between East Ryan Road. Timeout, 1918.
So yeah, I think there's a lot of hazards in Lake Lewisville, but I think most lakes, they just flooded the farmland for flood controls and things like that.
931 Thompson Drive, there's a loud party with the band in the backyard.
And I try to stop talking when this, because what you're hearing, the broadcast on Broadcastify coming through my computer speakers, and then I've got my handheld scanner locked onto fire channel TAC 4, because that's what they're working the drowning on. Hopefully they'll have.
You just want to in the ambulance at the time?
On my roster, they're not here yet. So if they are, they're coming in later.
He returns.
Which are we? Go ahead.
Both Roswell and Lawrence are clear, eligible DL.
And then a couple of years ago, males drowned over by the, I don't know if you call it a dam, off of the golf course there on Lewisville. And that one, I was talking to a game ranger, and they attributed those drownings, because they happened at the same time for those two individuals. They were out fishing to some currents. So I've heard that about Lakeville as well.
114, checking your status.
And I don't want to get into a debate, because someone's life is lost and the families, going down. Can you imagine? Because I'm sure they wasn't out at the lake by themselves. But we just got to do a better job of educating people to, either wear a life vest or have one close.
407, checking your status.
407, okay.
But, when I was younger, I thought I was proof and nothing would happen. So again, I'm sure not assessing blame to anyone. But we've all just got to be really careful and be safe.
Do you need a cover unit on your call? Where is it?
Wow, Linda.
Where is it?
A near drowning of your daughter in 96. Yeah, that's. And when this got dispatched about, I think it was either 626 or 629.
Dogwood and Magnolia on King, Nora, Victor.
I'm gonna turn down this because I think they're fixing a broadcast on the TAC channel. But this was dispatched as a near drowning. So again, don't know who called it in. If it was a family member or.
To Medical City Denton, code 3, speeding mileage 95876.6.
Okay, so they found the person, and they're going to Medical City, Lewisville, or Denton. I couldn't. Did they say Denton or Lewisville?
Police station transporting Medical City Denton, code 3, 95876.6. Would you like me to call and let them know that you're coming?
10-4, can we go ahead? Thank you.
Okay, so they found the person. and they're transporting them to Medical City Denton. And dispatch, as you heard, is going to notify the hospital. I mean, I'm saying a prayer, and I hope everything's okay. But this got dispatched almost an hour ago, about 55 minutes ago. So, and like I said, they're not going to say anything. They're not going to give any type of description of the person other than male or female. And this was a male, and no age or anything like that. Because if the family it wasn't close by, if it is a drowning victim, they're going to want to notify the family first, which is perfectly the way it needs to be. None of us want to hear anything about a friend or a loved one through social media. Yeah, this was it was dispatched to Westlake Park. So, and it was 30 to 40 yards off the shore. So I'm going to release that one. Go back to the scanning of the county. Yeah, Cheryl says wear life jackets. Parents, watch your kids. Don't drink and swim.
Westlake Community Hearing.
Code 3 is lights and siren.
Done.
What was the CPR initiation time?
1915.
Okay, so they started CPR at 15. So again, don't know if that's good news or bad news. All that has to be documented, of course, for the fire department's notes, as well as for the investigation. But yeah, code 3 is lights and siren. Again, dispatch sent Lake Cities to Westlake Park, but then they asked Lewisville, the Lewisville police boat, to clear out some of Party Cove. So yeah, it could have been in that area. And I've seen Party Cove on a Saturday night, just boat. I mean, you could walk from boat to boat to boat. So if the fire department and
Anyone in the city is notified.
Okay, so Medical City Denton has been notified. So yeah, it could have just been really crowded with boats, and they needed room to work.
Hey Johnson, she's over here in front of the door. We're almost to go to the restaurant now. 42 are up.
42.
22 to 32. What's your 20?
Any lake can be a party lake. Me and my family, we go to Lake Lewisville and we don't drink. So, I can't say that it is a party lake. It's a lake that, has 8 million people within 2 hours of it. So, I think water and drinking doesn't
I
mix.
think he is over it. I like Bristol too.
It's not for me to judge.
That's what you got, thank you.
Y'all may have heard earlier this week that a gentleman down in Joe Pool Lake drowned. The way I understand it, a couple of young daughters, one or both of them got into trouble on the lake, and he saved both of them, but he drowned, and they didn't recover his body until several hours later.
Transport.
The one at Pine Prairie.
And last night, a horrible thing that happened over at Little Elm. Little Elm Fire and Police was dispatched to the splash pad on Witt.
339, secure my further terms.
And a 3-year-old was found.
Jonathan Ryan Glover, that's coming back with that one out of Wichita County. Looks like it's going to be for assault. I'm waiting confirmation on that. North of Texas and Colorado and FBI criminal history. Criminal history out of Texas has 11 total arrests. The following convictions of aggravated assault with deadly weapon, assault causing bodily injury ×2, criminal mischief 50 to 500, driving under influence of liquor, driving while intoxicated 3rd or more, possession of marijuana under 2 ounces, resisting arrest in violation of protective order. Last arrest was Denton PD, looks like in 2019 for assault ×2.
Good golly. That person has a rap sheet.
Thank you.
Wow. No, but
Hearing, I don't hear any alarms going off.
a 3-year-old was found unresponsive at the splash pad on Witt Road and Little Elm last night. It was dispatched at 7:15. And when medics got there and police, they started CPR, and unfortunately the little baby didn't make it. And I haven't heard the public information officer in Little Elm normally text me when they conclude an investigation. So I think that one's ongoing, but that was just horrible to hear about that this morning.
2, Battalion 160 clear, and out back to the city.
I mean, I think that's the key is life jackets.
I'll be out with Fabian or Roscoe.
May not stack.
You know,
339, secure Mike.
when they say something like that, the dispatcher's telling the officer they're fixing to give them some information that they may not want the person that they've running the information on. So
42 and clear. I'm back on my other major, please.
because I used to think, well, why did they have to tell them to secure their mic?
212 copy,
212,
228.
go ahead.
First is Mary Charles Robert, 3272, Mary Charles Robert, 3273.
Go ahead.
I appreciate everyone spending a little bit of their Saturday evening with me. I'm so sorry that had to pop on here for a drowning. And again, y'all heard it as I did, that they started CPR at 7:15.
Explain. Sounded like a female that was mumbling over the phone so that she got into it with her man.
Things have picked up awful quickly in the county. You know, and again,
Hudson Drive, number 1205, engine 6, and medic 2, medical emergency, 3300 Hudson Drive, number 1205, between Berrytown Lane and Stockbridge Road, time out, 1932.
one of these days I'm going to put a poll on our social media platforms and ask y'all if you like the computer dispatch voice versus the human.
1205, Julian came in as a medical call. The neighbors advising the subject on scene is an alcoholic, paranoid, and having panic attacks. We're still getting further.
407 received. 414.
Good.
I'll go for 407. 410 is going to go with me.
5412, 407, show you both clear.
412 received. I'll stay on it just a minute because I'm actually here.
Appreciate it.
if y'all,
407, I'm clear.
if y'all can read the comments, Margie, I believe that's how you pronounce it. Margie lived on Lake Superior.
But we do got approach on route ETA 20.
I think I can pop it up there. You know, education's critical. And again, I'm never going to judge anyone that wants to have an adult beverage out on the lake. Not at all. And that's just, it's not my job to judge, and I'm not going to judge. But I do believe in, I do believe in wearing a life vest.
Delta 11.
Sandy likes computer dispatch.
Go ahead.
We're over on the apartment complex on UTL on both vehicles tonight.
Denton County has some of the best dispatchers I've ever heard. I've been listening to scanners since the early 80s, and Denton County has some of the best I've ever heard. Now there's a couple of them that are really fast, and you got to understand, you know, when they're toning out the fire department, they all have computer displays
324.
that the information is sent to as well. So.
Got a second-degree felony conviction, aggravated assault with deadly weapon, and 20.
My goodness, that's the same person that had a rap sheet they said a few minutes ago. That person needs to be taken off the streets. Good golly.
Victor 911. David Young 4. Victor 911.
Let me scroll up here. It was a drink on the boat. That.
Berrytown Lane and Stockbridge Road. Time out. 1935.
Wow, sorry for your loss, Erica. Her husband drowned in.
I'm gonna be at the 14910 FM 407 where the shots are coming from.
Nice.
Linda, I follow that Denton County Busted page, and not always do I click on it, but if there's somebody that's kind of wild looking, I'll click on it and see what they got arrested for. But
407 available.
that is it's a page. Next time y'all are on Facebook, I think it is calling Denton County Busted page, but someone posts a picture of
324.
people that are booked into the county jail, and it has what offense that they were booked in to for, and what the bond was set at.
342-28701. You can run both with and without the dash.
Can I get the numbers after the dash again?
And then I saw a question
28701.
up here about Scanner.
Where is he?
How do you stream that? Can anyone listen to scanners? Sure. Margie, yeah, listening to scanners is perfectly legal. It's expensive anymore because
County from Lewisville, Rescue 162.
That
You can show us clear of mutual aid dive call and route back to our city.
over.
okay, so that's the dive team going back into Lewisville. A lot.
Won't run it with the dash. It comes back clear, no record without.
10-4, thank you.
A lot of police departments have went to
We're not going to be able
encryption,
to get back towards the elevators on this side. We're going to go around the other way.
and there's just no way that you can break the encryption. Denton County, a little over a year ago, they switched to a system that I was told it was encrypted,
Lewisville from Rescue 2.
and I told a lot of people it was encrypted, and I was wrong. They just changed to a different digital system.
Hudson, the subject is going to be a Larry Smith, white male, born in 54. Would you ever prior suicidal and welfare concerns with him? often alcohol related. They can advise he should be cooperative. He is just very confused right now.
414, I'm clear.
So Shannon posted the cross streets are normally programmed into the CAD, so it'd be the same if dispatcher tones. So yeah, so even if the dispatcher is really fast,
3422 people.
14910.
the units have CADs, and
10-4, we'll be out at 14914.
next time you see a fire engine or a city ambulance or out at a festival, take a look at it. It's really a good system. So no, listing to scanners is perfectly legal. However, you can't benefit from it. So you can't listen to a scanner and listen for accidents.
At Homestead, Mary King Tom 7072, Mary King Tom 7072.
And you own a tow truck business, and you just happen to pull up on the accident. So you'll get away with it a few times, but all the police departments here in Denton County, and I think most do, they have a rotation system. So they put tow truck companies on a rotation. So that's the only restriction I've ever heard.
North Young Boy 7941.
For Texas. There are some states that you can't have a mobile scanner. You can Google it.
Mary William Charles 2775. Callers following in a white Yukon.
But
flat tire. Needs assistance with traffic while changing the tire.
Yeah, we'll never know for sure if drinking was involved in this. And again, taking them to the hospital in Denton, starting CPR. Again, don't know if that's good news, bad news. This was dispatched at 6:20, and they CPR at 7:15. So that means he was underwater for at least 40 minutes. So. And I get emails every week about, I shouldn't be broadcasting things. Well, I try to respond to all of them by saying that if it's sensitive information, all patrol cars
3863-5752, 3863-5752.
have computers, and dispatch and the officers, they can communicate through the computer systems. So sensitive information. So it's like the person that drowned this evening. And again, I use the word drowned. Hopefully they're alive, but I'm sure they've already. Again, you normally don't go to the lake by yourself. Not saying you don't, but so again, his name is already known, likely to probably Lake Dallas police. Not sure about Lake City's fire.
Is he 408 copy? 408 machine.
But we don't need to know that at this point. That's
523. I'll be out with him for a minute, but I've headed to an off-duty job till the other unit gets here.
Copy.
So Alicia, if I'm reading this right, you were there this evening? Because Alicia, let me stick that up there for y'all to read. Alicia, we were right there when the friends from the bank flagged us over. My dad kept diving under to try to find him for 20 plus. Oh my goodness.
Alarm for Medic 6. We're out at Medical City.
Proceed. Proceed.
Oh. So if you're just joining us, there was a Lake City's medic got toned out or called out at 7:29 this evening, and it was dispatched as a near drowning at Westlake Park in Lake Dallas. And as Lake Cities was rolling to Westlake, they asked dispatch to get the Lewisville dive team en route. And so it was probably 6:45 or so when the dive team and the Lewisville police boat got on scene. And the
Central advise Sonny to primary check this time.
I don't like to, always like to, I have heard juvenile names
Copy of disturbance, 10:20
come across, and so I always try to lock that.
Still figuring out.
Always try to lock out the juvenile detention center because
we've got the same female on the line about 2 or 3 times. She keeps disconnecting with us using language line for Spanish. So there's males in the complex that have bottles and knives, and they're fighting each other.
Shelly, no, don't know what they were boating or swimming. The people, Alicia may know because it sounds like her father tried to find the person for 20 plus minutes.
Sounds like we're getting another call as well, filling 9.
But
Mary David Williams, 6292. Mary David Williams, 6292.
the people said he was 30 to 40 yards offshore, and someone dropped a life jacket in the area in which they thought he went under at. So the Lewisville boat got there and started running their grid pattern to try to find the person. But they found the person and they started CPR at approximately 7:15. And they got to Medical City, Denton. If I looked at my clock right.
I've got county check-in, otherwise there's not going to be any other options tonight. I'll let you know.
Yeah, they did say that the male did not have a life jacket on.
Cleveland Gibbs at Elm Place.
Good. You have 26 public service, please.
So, Alicia, did this happen closer to?
Preliminary Apartments number 123. We were out on the domestic earlier today. The caller is back at the residence trying to get her belongings, and the male has locked her out.
Was this
407 received?
Okay, swimming for. Was this by Westlake Park? More Westlake Park than Party Cove?
416 now, Shade Clear.
And Alicia, her dad and her brother, her dad dove for the gentleman for 20 plus minutes to try to find him. And if I'm reading the comments right, her brother tried to swim towards too. Okay, so Westlake, because that's where they sent Lake Cities at. And I think if it's Party Cove, they usually dispatch, I believe it's Arrowhead Park. I've lived here for 30 years, and I get Arrowhead confused.
412 Shade Clear.
Command terminated. You can show document clear.
Basic command terminated. Battalion clear at 1948.
Okay, so they've terminated the command, and all Lake Dallas units can go back to their station.
You repeat the date again.
Okay, so it was at Party Cove, but it was closer to the bank. Richard.
Appreciate it.
Stacy's saying it was Alicia's son, but I could have sworn I saw that Alicia said her dad dove for him for 20 plus minutes. But I try to multitask, and that always gets me into trouble.
scene. I'm going to be routed to Medical City for the disturbance. Tracy, 414, being on spec.
414, I'm clear.
Busted in Denton County is that
Six
Facebook page that takes
605.
pictures of people that
I can back
are
on
getting
that.
processed in the county jail.
414,
Thank you,
Jason.
Kara.
Available.
Okay, so her son swam towards him and her dad dove. So thank you for the clarification.
I'm going to be back on that Oakland call.
Well, Alicia, thank you to you and your family to, doing what you could and marking the spot.
He's clear, eligible, not expired. We should have enough people. Everybody can at least slow down.
Tracy.
Lisa, someone posted that there's been quite a few DUIs issued on the lake. So not sure if the police activity under the bridge. When you say Lake Dallas Bridge, I'm assuming you're talking about the Pole Bridge or the I-35E bridge. I've seen the I-35E bridge. I've seen quite a few people fishing under there, especially in the heat of the day, which that's where I'd be if I was fishing in the heat of the day under a bridge in a shade.
Delta 22. Can you show us that clear with that call? Well, add a service to restock.
Tracy. Tracy. The 5416, they're at the nurse's station ER. The nurse doesn't know what's going on, though, because the off-duty is not arresting anyone. Perfect. Oh, ER. We'll start them that way.
Okay, she's saying it's going to be number 504.
Tracy, 504.
You can remove me from 511 call.
Tracy, do you need to be off duty or are you working and off duty tonight?
Go ahead and show me off duty. I'm going to be at Knights of Columbus on Riney Road until midnight.
Tracy.
Uh, 1200 Timber Creek, Mary William Charles 4233. Mary William Charles 4233. Update my location 243 Woodbine.
Yeah, Jenna, there has been another drowning. We're
126.
we don't have anything official as far as if the person made it or not. Just using math, and we've got a person in chat, Alicia, that her family
407 NCIC. Can you run one?
tried to save the individual, but by my estimations, he was
407,
underwater
go
for
ahead.
about 40 minutes.
Give me last Toledo.
But they did recover him.
Lincoln, Edward,
Started
Dave
CPR at
Ocean,
7:15.
Alejandra, Adam, Lincoln, Edward, John, Adam, Nora, David, Robert, Adam, female white, 921 of 9393.
And
Receipt.
by my estimation, he would have got to Medical City Denton a little bit before 7:30.
Cross count 1954.
And I'll just mention this, by no means am I
Henry Young William 8340. Henry Young William 8340.
telling anyone to go to this page. I'll be honest with you, it's kind of depressing, and most of you probably already know about it because if you're like me, you're kind of a news junkie. And,
Yeah, Texas Boy Paul Ford 9200.
but the Denton County,
2218, show me right the message in.
all of people that pass away, not in a hospital or drownings or car accidents, they have to go to the medical examiner in Tarrant County. And so Tarrant County has a website that, and you can Google it, that they'll post once the family's been notified.
Fox 18 answering on Channel 3, Engine 3 responding to a fire alarm, 300 East Round Grove Road, Building 17, 18, and 19. Fox 318 answering on Channel 3, Engine 3 responding to a fire alarm, 300 East Round Grove Road, Building 17, 18, and 19. Cross Street 30 East Round Grove Road and Busher Drive, timeout 1955.
But the Tarrant County Medical Examiner's Office, they've got a website. And again, once the families have been notified, I'm not sure if I know they update it at least twice a day, but
401. So one juvenile detained about 10 minutes ago.
see, like that's a good example. A juvenile's been detained.
Medical emergency with PD at 1020 Fox Avenue. We've now got confirmation in compartment 502. It's not really a stabbing. It's more like a spray, and it happened yesterday.
Not really a stabbing. But like they would never, I can't say ever, but
416 Shakely.
normally they would not broadcast a juvenile's name, where if it was an adult that was being detained, yeah, I mean,
Go ahead.
if they asked dispatch to run
Copy the tags of the vehicles involved, please.
their license, their
10-4, go ahead with the first.
Number one vehicle is Texas 28 Paul Nora 8613. Again, that's Paul Nora 8613 on a silver Toyota Camry. Right for the second.
Go ahead with the second.
Second's going to be a Texas 28 of Paul Lincoln Frank 6703. Paul Lincoln Frank 6703 on a red Kia Sorento.
Right.
You want to talk about the way things have
We're
changed.
clear.
When I got my driver's license when I was 16 up in Oklahoma, our driver's license number was our social security number. And so when I started listening to scanners, you would hear, again, this was before computers were in the patrol cars by about 20 years. They would read people's social security numbers off over the air. And me and my wife was talking the other day. Her dad had a stock trailer. And at some point in time, instead of tagging those up in Oklahoma, you were required to put your social security number on the stock trailer. And that was the that was in place of the tag. Well,
It's activated by a mobile app on a phone. The subscriber is going to be a Brian Hamilton. Came in 1953.
yeah, Gina, I'm so glad they got them out of the water too. I mean,
343 buzzing here now. 315, you can disregard.
we can hope and pray for the best, and but at least, especially like I said, it's very rare.
14412.
Again, I
The
can't.
caller has now lost
I've been to the
sight.
lake by
Police
myself
may have
fishing,
gone to the store.
but as far as swimming, so
414 clear. All advice on that.
412 Shakely.
but it's just an awful time for for the friends and family that may have been at the lake with this individual. Well, I'm fixing to wind it down here. I don't like to jump on unless there's something going on, or if we're going to do a Q&A session, something like that. Normally, you notice the setups differently than the cameras pointing to the camera. But again, just wanted, when I heard the call go out, I was not at home, but I was following it. And then once I got home, I wanted to go live and share what was going on with y'all, because again, always get good information from everyone. I've got the stream up and running on Broadcastify. You can just search Texas, Denton County, and it's listed. Let me make sure, because I thought last time
earlier, was there a arrest name?
it's listed under Denton City and County Public Safety. So if I'm not at home and I'm not running the stream through our YouTube channel, because normally on the weekends I try to run the stream through our YouTube channel, and we broke 900 subscribers last week.
He's walking eastbound in the westbound lanes of traffic. He's got his hands up in his air. Caller's just passing by about 4 minutes ago, so.
If you like to keep up with what's going on in Denton County and you don't want to spend $800 for a scanner,
Medic 671 Rescue 671 call 130 Magnolia Drive. Medic 671 Rescue 671 call 130 Magnolia Drive. Personnel EMS 2 monitor Denton County clear 2001.
I think 670 is Singer. And you'll notice that one didn't come in very clear because it's using the antenna on my handheld. But anyway, normally on the weekends, I try to stream to our YouTube channel, Denton County Scanner. So if you, and I know there's a lot of people that don't like YouTube, and that's fine. But if you are a YouTuber, whatever your call, and again, I love YouTube. So I'm on there every night.
And I'll get you another unit as soon as I can, just to help search the perimeter.
I love the live feeds. And so I go to Alaska twice a year on business, and
Thank you. It's going to be 1853 Yorkshire Circle.
It's fun. They have a live feed out at Lake Hood, the seaplane base out at the airport. And
Need a protective order. Just verify there hasn't been one issued yet.
so they have a live stream, and there are so many outstanding live streams on YouTube. They have some of bears that's always eating salmon in a stream.
His knee is injured. He thought it was broken, but he's now saying it's not, and they are requesting to cancel.
Ooh, jumping off a roof and possibly breaking your knee. But
07, I'm going to be out with about 8 individuals on the east side of 1910.
Denton,
Receive 408 copy. 408 receive.
Denton policeman is out with
I'm on Bell and McKinney. I'll head that way too.
out with 8 individuals. But anyway, if you like to know what's going on in the county on weekends, I try to stream to our YouTube channel at Denton County Scanner. Yeah, Gina, Alaska. It's a great place to visit in June, but when I go up in October, November, it's not so great. No, it is. McAllister. I'm from around the McAllister area.
We're going on and we have no one. So we're all here.
The pretty part of Oklahoma, the southeastern part, and the northeast part is pretty too. A lot of people think Oklahoma is just flat and dry and windy, but no, there's a pretty side of Oklahoma.
Okay, copy, thanks.
But no, go to our YouTube channel, Denton County Scanner. Hit the thumbs up button because that'll affect the algorithms for YouTube, and subscribe to our channel. once we get to 1,000 subscribers, we'll be able to go live using
3437.
cameras that's not hooked to the computer. It's hard to understand, but right now we're having to use expensive software to broadcast to YouTube, to our 2 Facebook platforms. And we've actually got 3 Facebook platforms. We have our normal Facebook page, Denton Scanner. And then right before COVID, Facebook turned off our channel because it was to have a YouTube page and not use your real name, because obviously my name's not Denton Scanner. You have to send in, fill out paperwork, let them know who you are. You got to do a lot of work, send in copies of your driver's license and things like that. Well, mine got mixed up, and so for about 6 weeks,
There's going to be parties that have left already and one still at the
they turned off our Facebook page. And so I started another Facebook page. And so that one, gosh, what is the name of that one? I don't post a lot to it.
He's currently at detail checkout.
And then we have a Denton Scanner group, and that's the one that's really growing. We're almost to 6,000 people, and what that one is it's for people to post things on. And slowly but surely, people are posting things as they're out and about in Denton County. They may see an automobile accident and want to let people know that 380's backed up, and so they'll post things on there. So, and that's Denton Scanner group. So check that one out. And then our other one that we keep up, and the reason we keep up there is it's just basically for a streaming platform.
Paul Frank Sam 6161. Paul Frank Sam 6161.
That one's called Denton County Scanner Group Page. Because you can't, I haven't figured out how to stream, if it's possible to stream to a group page. You can send a link. So. But like tonight, once I sign off, if you want to continue to hear what's going on, you can go to broadcastify.com, and a map of the U.S. will pop up, and just click on Texas and then click on Denton County. And our feed is under Denton City and County Public Safety. And so we stream there during the week as well. Now, if I'm home and something breaking news and weather, I'll take it off of Broadcastify and one reason that I like showing it on YouTube during the weekends is, like right now, you see that it's Denton County Sheriff Precinct 2. Well, Broadcastify told me that they could make it to where the people listening to it, if they were looking at their phones or their computer, that they could see what you're seeing now. Well, that didn't happen. So they don't know why they won't. They just can't get it to do it. So, like right now, if you didn't see that it was Denton County and Denton County Sheriff Patrol 1, if you didn't see that and you were just hearing it, you wouldn't know that it was Patrol 1. So anyway, that's kind of where we're at now. Yeah, the Ouachita Mountains are pretty. And yes, it is cold. The coldest I've ever been was up in Fairbanks. I think it was March of 2010. I landed on Alaska Airlines, and it was minus 30, and I thought I was going to die. All right, one last time, go to YouTube, Denton County Scanner. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, because once we hit 1,000 subscribers, hopefully we won't have to use this expensive monthly streaming platform. And then, of course, go to our Facebook page, Denton Scanner. If you're like us, follow us, whatever you do there. That way you can be notified when we go live and our postings.
Clear. She has a eligible ID card only that expires out in 24 out of the colony.
And then join Denton Scanner group so that you can post what's going on in Denton County, because obviously we can't cover the entire county. And so, again, it's just a good platform to share what's going on, especially during weather, severe weather events. It's nice when people will put what size hail is approaching or that's falling at their home, so that, you know, if it's falling in Ponda and Crum and Justin, well, it's probably going to hit the city of Denton. So it's just good thing to share with one another. I hope everyone has a great evening. If I hear the condition of the person, and I hate using the word drowned, because to me, drowned means death. And again, I'm holding out hope. But if I hear anything, I'll post it. Probably won't unless the public information officer. Let me check my text and see if I may have gotten some. No, I haven't. So, and I don't know who's on duty this weekend, so they may not. They all don't text me information, which that's fine. You know, I don't expect them to. If they want to, great. If they don't, that's fine too. But if I hear any information, I'll post it. And everyone have a great Saturday evening, and be safe.